Hey guys, today I'm coming to you raw, real, and unfiltered. There are two tools that I have been using in my life over the past couple of years that have made a massive difference. And when I say a massive difference, I don't mean that it just turned everything into greatness. These tools tore me down. They quote unquote broke me, but in the most incredible ways. They they allowed me to be radically honest with myself, and through that radical honesty is where things began to change. Did I lose some friendships and relationships? Yep, sure did. But it turns out that that was for the better. I didn't realize how toxic these relationships were until I got completely removed from them. And that's really the theme of what these two tools have done for me. And I gotta say, it's been kind of a rough ride, literally going through ego deaths, shedding old versions and identities of myself that I held on to for so long because that's who I was to survive. And I'm at a place now where I'm very grateful for that version of myself. There's a lot of love to be able to act that way and think that way so that I could survive, so that I could come to this place in my life now. And I want to share these two tools with you because I've been infusing them in my business and I have been using them with my clients, and the results just keep repeating. The tools are numerology and human design. And the results that keep repeating is clarity, focus, energy, and momentum. All things that we as entrepreneurs are striving for in our businesses and in our lives. I mean, who doesn't want more energy, more clarity, more focus, and more momentum? If you don't want those things, then I got to tell you, you're probably in the wrong place. I appreciate you being here, but at the end of the day, that's what I'm going to be talking about. And as I officially step into season 2 of Shifted, this is the direction that this podcast and these conversations are going to go. Did I know that when I first started this podcast? Nope. I honestly just wanted to have a space where I could speak freely, where I could share a little golden nugget of wisdom or experience with you, with the hope that it was going to make some kind of shift for you, shift in your energy, shift in your perspective, shift in your direction. Even if it was just something that made you feel a little bit lighter that day, or had you realize that I actually am happier in life than I thought that I was. And yes, that is still the underlying foundation of Shifted. However, I think it's time to go a little bit deeper. Will I still be dropping these little short episodes of Golden Nuggets? Yeah, that's really always been the plan, to at least have that be a part of this podcast. And I think it was a great launching pad for me to get this thing going. It was kind of like dipping my toe in the shallow end to see the temperature of the water. And now that I feel it and it's really comfortable and it feels really good, now it's time to dive in. So going forward, I am going to be sharing more with you about numerology, what it is, human design, what it is, and how it can be used in our businesses to make the biggest shift of all. Because the reality is, success should not be output driven only. Here I am using the word should, and it's a word that I don't like to use, but I think it's pretty relevant here because at the end of the day, that's what a lot of entrepreneurship has been. It's all about the output. What are you doing? How are you going out there and getting what it is that you want? But the reality is that we all don't work that way. So what? If you don't go out and get what you want, you're left at the wayside? That's what we've been taught. At least that's what I've been told. But every single time that I would go out and try to get what I want, and trust me, I have done that over and over and over again, I feel like people just got further and further away from me. I even made a fool of myself a lot of times in front of my clients, my colleagues, because I knew that I was meant for more, and I was just trying to grasp on to anything that I could to get me out there. And I feel like there's a lot of entrepreneurs out there that feel the same way that I do. And I want to let you know that that feeling that you have deep down inside of this isn't just going to work is right. And that's a good thing. It's a good thing to recognize that in yourself. And if that way works for you, hello, manifestors, then yay you. But let's be a yay you for everybody out there in their own unique way of operating. We are not all built the same. And this is what I love about human design. It is literally the science of differentiation. It literally shows you what is different and unique about you, about how you operate, how you make decisions, how you interact with the world, how you shine, what you're here to give to the world, how you're here to help lift humanity. Once I really started to understand my human design, I had never felt so validated. And as I continue over the years to do readings with my client and infuse it in my brand strategy work, to watch my client's reaction when I'm able to sit here and tell them what their business can really be like, you just literally see this huge weight come off their shoulders because they always knew it deep down inside and they just didn't know how to make it happen. It's really, really exciting work, and it has me so excited for everything that's to come. So it just makes sense to bring Shifted along this ride. So again, you're going to hear a lot more about numerology and human design on this podcast. There's still going to be stories and little quick golden nuggets to help make shifts for you. But you're also going to experience some more in-depth conversations. And who knows, maybe I can get a guest or two on this podcast with me, because I just think that would be fun to have a conversation. So there you have it. Episode 1 of season 2 is officially on the books, completely spontaneous. I had no intentions of recording a podcast episode today. In fact, I haven't even really been thinking about when I'm going to start picking up recording again for season 2, because honestly, I was just enjoying a little bit of a break from the podcast. But this feels so right, and it feels so good. So that's what I'm going to follow, because that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to make a shift in your life, in your business, so that you can feel more fulfilled in what you're doing and actually go live your life to the fullest. So I hope you stick around. and I'll be talking to you real soon. Hi, I'm Kimberly Romano, Indian wedding photographer turned brand photographer and human design reader. Thank you for tuning into Shifted, the podcast that is here to spark a shift in you that creates big change in your energy, perspective, and direction. And if this episode sparked a shift in you, then subscribe and leave a review sharing what your shift was. Not only will this help others discover this podcast, but your shift can inspire them to have a shift of their own. Please remember, the content you hear in this podcast is for entertainment purposes only and should not be taken as legal, health, or financial advice. For professional guidance, I encourage you to seek out a trusted expert near you. Thank you again for tuning into Shifted. Until next time, keep leaning into the shift.